you?
Hi.
Can you see this time?
I can see you. Yes, you're kind of dark, but I can see you. Yay.
Yay. I don't know why it's so dark for it. At least I don't have the mustache anymore.
Uh-oh.
Which is good. Oh, let's see if I clean it. We're just waiting on a couple more people. We'll give everybody a couple minutes.
Sure. I've been using all your information.
And how's it been going for you?
So far I've not done a lot, just for lack of time mainly.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sure what to do first.
That's why I also suggested the keeping like a binder of what you try first, so that way so once you try it, and then you can make your notes anyway, however much you want or not want. Like some ones might have way more descriptive than others.
I guess one thing is, do I redo my whole closet first, or do I do a little of that and a little of adding stuff?
So
I've got a lot of stuff.
I would do a little at a, like maybe relist if you think you can do 5 relists and then 5 new listings. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Because you said some of yours are old anyways, right? There are a couple. Yes. I won't want to say there's like when you first started, but I know you said that a lot of them were over. They're over at least 60 days, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then I would do 5 old ones and then 5 new ones. And then do you do any kind of like cross listing, or do you have a cross listing service or anything like that? Or are you just on Poshmark only?
I've done that in Mercury.
Uh-huh.
And I've had some success with it, a little bit of success with it.
Okay.
And so I really don't know what else to try.
So I sell personally, I know Southwest Treasure, she'll be in just a second. She said she was booting up a computer. I'm on 9 different platforms.
Oh my gosh.
And I think she's on 3. I don't remember how many she's on, but I'm on 9. So I use a service called Vendu. There's a couple out there. You've got Vendu, you've got List Perfectly, and you've got I can't remember the other one. There's one other one, and Renee's on it, but I can't remember what it's called. And that one you can only do, I want to say you can only do Kitizen and eBay, maybe Macari, but I'm not sure. But now List Perfectly and Vendu, you can do, okay, let me see if I can get them all. eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Macari, Tradesy, Grilled, Facebook, Depop, and Shopify. And I feel like I'm missing one somewhere. I think I am, but I'm not sure.
So how does that work?
So what ends up happening is like Southwest Treasure, she loves List Perfectly. I've done List Perfectly and I've done Vendu. I like Vendu now more than I did List Perfectly. 1, because of the price, and 2, because in Vendu, when you hit sold, you can also take part of your bookkeeping. So it says, what platform you sold it on. And once you hit that, it automatically delists from all the other ones. And you put how much you sold it for. It calculates the fees. And then it pretty much does everything. The only thing you have to do is, change the date for whatever day if you want to keep the books, 100% correct.
Okay, but does it list for you on all the platforms?
Yeah, so what you do is I'll show you. Let me see. I have mine still up. And I'll keep track of if someone else is coming in. If not, it'll just be me and you, which I'm okay with. Okay, so let me know as soon as you can see my screen.
Okay. Yep, I got it.
Okay, so this is Vendu right here. So like I was working on this tank top. This was a swimsuit. And if you see right here, these are all the platforms. So soon as I'm ready, like this one doesn't have, you know, I put in the title, I put in the description. This is on Vendu's main part. And then, you know, you put in the brand, the condition, this is all the stuff. So as soon as you fill out this, which let's see, I think I have one over here. Yeah. Okay, so like this Mickey Mouse top, it should have most of it filled out. So
since my video is stopped.
yeah, it's probably gonna take a second. Is it working now or no?
No, it's saying it's in safe drive.
Okay. Are you still there? I can't hear you if you're still there.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. I don't know what's going on. There you are. Okay.
Of course, now that I stopped sharing it, it started working. Okay, let me go back in. All right. Let me know. Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So right here where it says the title, now if I click on eBay's one, that title will carry over into eBay. So see, now it'll load my pictures and then there's my title, but see, I had no description, so nothing came over. So that's how, and then all that you have to do is hit at the very, very bottom when you're all ready, you just hit list after. So it gives you all these warnings and everything of, you know, what you're missing in the description.
Do you have to sign up for each one of these different things?
So for the so even with List Perfectly and with Vendu, you have to, with Vendu, you don't have to sign up. You can use the free tools. It's free. You get 5 free listings. And then with List Perfectly, you get to try it for 7 days. And then after that, you have to pick which plan you want.
No, but I mean, do you have to sign up with like Etsy and
yeah, you would have to sign up with each one of those to be able to sell on those.
Okay.
So, and Kathleen, this is the South South Texas Treasures. Trash.
Hi.
I'm gonna get it. She is she uses List Perfectly and she sells on how many platforms do you sell on?
5. Well, I do, my main ones are Posh, Vinted, Macari, eBay, and Depop. Oh yeah, I like just started moving stuff over to Depop, and I've actually, let's see, cross-listed there starting 2 weeks ago, and I've had 3 sales already. I had my 3rd one today. So
I could see your stuff selling on Depop though. Your stuff
yeah,
definitely Depop.
You know, my niche is like kind of random and weird and out there. So yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that selling over there.
Well, I mean, that's why we think, I mean, it's hysterical, you know, my business name being South Texas Trash, because we're definitely, we're in an, okay, I don't want to say it's this area because we're actually from, I mean, you're from, you know, I'm just saying like the glitz and the glamour and all that. But it's the same way in North Texas. Like I saw somebody talking about Miss Me's on Instagram the other day. Oh my gosh, they were talking about how they thought they were worth more money and the retail is so expensive and I'm only getting like $20 a pair. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, full every closet like in the houses around me right now probably have like 15 pairs of Miss Me's or BKEs or whatever, because it's just, it's a thing. It's
yeah,
it's
East
like
Texas,
a staple.
Yeah.
In Texas, literally.
East Texas.
Oh yeah. We moved from the Northeast Texas area. So that obviously that style is of both areas.
It
I
is.
see more I definitely see more of the boutique, I guess, brands here, like Crazy Train. Let's see. You know, that like the Serape, like Flare and the Wrangler flares and all of those are.
See, I would think you guys would have more Wranglers being in Texas. I mean, am I just like stereotypic? Like, I'm expecting y'all to have, you know, boots and
I know you
cowboy
do not,
hats
Chrissy.
and
Like,
big old
for real,
belt
you would be horrified walking in my closet. You'd be like, what in the hell? Why are there so many My Little Pony t-shirts in your closet? Like,
Oh, I
what
love
the hell?
that.
I mean, but it's the South Texas trash thing is because, okay, when me and a couple of my friends go to like the craft shows or the vendor shows or whatever in our area, we always laugh because there's stuff that is so outlandish. Like what you think is normal glitter and right, oh, I'm just gonna put a few like little rhinestones on it and jazz it up. Oh, honey, no, ma'am. No, absolutely not. It's got to be so over the top. There's a reason why those like little girls' hair bows that are like this big are called bigger in Texas because of
Go
that.
big or go home.
Oh, amen. And it's like, you know, tease it to Jesus, like the dolly thing. So yeah, it's it came about one day because my girlfriend Lori was like, this is just trash when she saw something. It was like one of those tumblers, like the epoxy tumblers.
Yeah.
Had the glitter all over it and had a little sand, and then it had a bunch of crap like on the top, like on the lid.
I know which ones you're talking about.
Okay.
That's so sad.
Chrissy, it was like $65.
What?
66.
Oh my God.
65.
What?
Like, and I know, I like, it's like an 18-ounce tumbler. I'm looking at it like, this ain't Starbucks. I'm like, where's the rest of it? Like for $65, there better be like a little surprise pack inside, like some snacks or something. No, girl, just $65 for
I
a
don't.
cup.
That's my biggest complaint. Is how do people get the prices they get for some of their stuff? I'm like,
That's,
what are you doing? Like, hook it up.
for real, right? Be like, teach us the way. And I'm kind of learning that. I came across an Instagram earlier and I'm trying to find it again, but she posted about she charges up on Depop. She
Really?
was like, well, she says, I charge up. She's like, what I have it listed for on my car and what I have it listed for on Poshmark or eBay or whatever, she adds to that and puts it on Depop.
Wow. I keep
And
all my prices the same across the board.
well, I mean, so do I because it's confusing, right?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of Depop.
Well, and it was crazy. I just got to think about that. She said, think about it. A lot of the Depop shoppers are a age group that are like technically kids, like, you know,
That's
15 to 24. And, you know, they are getting money from their parents still, or they're doing a side job. They don't have, you know, a lot of bills to pay. They're not paying rent and whatever, you know, they can spend like $100 on a dress or shirt or whatever, you know. I mean, they're the ones that spend $200-300 on a pair of shoes because
That's
they're
true.
going to wear them once and put them back in a little plastic case in their closet. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Mary,
yes.
Depop is more of a think like gothic, punk, steampunk,
Oh, okay.
hipster, hippie. That's more what Depop it. That's their cult following, if you want to call
Oh,
it
very
that.
much so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Like a
I've
band
sold
shirt.
stuff on there that I
Well-
would never think would sell on there, and it's sold on. That's what I just list on all the platforms, and then sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely gonna sell over here, and it like never does, and then it sells on one of the other ones, and I'm like, whoa, where the heck did that come
Yeah.
from? Like I wasn't expecting it over there.
Yeah, I picked up I had this like silver fringe skirt in my closet. I picked it up a while back for my oldest girl for something, and she never wore it. And we looked it up because she picked it up at a thrift shop for like $5 or $7. I can't remember. It's new with tags, and we didn't really pay attention at the time because she bought it for something. She was gonna wear it. Well, she didn't wear it, so we looked it up. Oh my gosh, this stupid thing like retailed for like $150.
Holy
And
cow.
it was, girl, seriously, when I look at it, I'm just like, how is everything not going to itch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you
Right?
wearing that and things aren't like riding up and itching anyways? But I put it on Depop like a few days ago. I just cross posted it because I've been going through my list perfectly. And it sold yesterday. I almost fell off my chair. And I priced it up like $10 more than I had on Poshmark just to see what would happen. And it sold full price, no questions asked. I'm like,
Wow.
I ain't even got to fold some of this stuff. I'll just ball it up. No,
Throw it in the
just ball
bag.
that shit up.
Sure.
That's
Stick the
right.
label on it. Out the door you go.
I was just like, I couldn't, girl, I could not get it out fast enough. And on Depop, I did notice the buyer or the customer communication is a lot better there. It's insane.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like, and
Well,
it's just me, is because I don't like, well, actually, there's a lot of people that are on it. So on Depop, you can also send offers now. And a lot of people don't know that when they send the offer, that they then have to pay for it. They think once they have sent the offer and you accept it, it automatically is paid for, like on Poshmark and eBay. But it's or on Macari. I'm sorry, eBay doesn't do it that way. So on, Macari and Poshmark, when you send the offer, you're automatically admitting to, if the person accepts it, you pay for it, it's all done. Well, on Depop, it doesn't work that way. They actually have to go back in and then pay for it. So you almost have to message the people and say, okay, hey, I accepted your offer, take it, come back and buy it. So that's the one thing I don't like about that.
That's kind of pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I've noticed they're more on top of like, oh, hey, I'm excited to get this or whatever. And the reviews are awesome. Like, they're awesome.
I've been on it for a minute, and I only heard about it because that somebody I had worked with back in like 2018 was like, oh, because like Poshmark was coming out and Macari was coming out, all of them were like coming out, and she's like, oh no, Depop is the place to be. And I never sold hardly anything. And then I was telling my husband, I was sitting one day and I was like, okay, because you start off, most people start off on eBay and then they kind of branch out to the other ones. And then it's like, once you catch the other ones, eBay's like back burner. You're like, forget eBay, eBay sucks. And then you start branching because everybody else is just so much more streamlined and so much nicer, and just you don't have to pay per listing, and you don't, just everything about it is just so much. But and it, you don't have, my biggest complaint probably is the customer service and the fact that you have to ask for permission to sell more stuff. Like, I hate that on eBay, where you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to with everybody else. Everybody else is like, oh, you can have as big of a closet as you want, as small as a closet you want, whatever, it doesn't matter. So when I branched out, I was telling my husband that, okay, I like Poshmark, but trying to copy and paste and do everything on Poshmark from eBay was like, this sucks. So then that's when, List Perfectly came into play, Vendu came into play, and I tested both of them. And you and I have talked about it, and that's what I was telling Mary. I personally like Vendu. Kathleen personally likes List Perfectly. Heidi, do you cross list or no?
I don't yet. I've been wanting to start, but I can't quite get myself motivated. So maybe talking to you guys, I will get the motivation I need. I've got a couple. I've got a couple things on Mercari, and I've sold a couple things there, just real nichey kind of things. And I've sold some things on eBay, just like CDs and random, or DVDs, random things like that. But I'm mostly selling jewelry and some other stuff like clothes, or just candles, things like that.
Right.
And so I don't know that the jewelry does as well on the other sites, and I don't know that the sellers are protected as much on other sites for selling higher end items. So I've been a little hesitant to get going. And also the thing that always stopped me from selling in the first place is the reason I chose Poshmark, and that's that I don't have to stop and figure out the shipping and measure and weigh anything and all that. And so to start with the other sites, that just kind of keeps me from getting going, because I have to stop and figure that out. And
actually, you don't.
Really?
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say there's like templates on eBay that you can save your stuff into, and I always do it. I have it set up, my eBay set up like my Poshmark, where it's done by like the weights, like 0 to a pound and all that crap. And I have them like in that drop down menu on eBay so I can choose those.
Mhm.
And so I do that. But another thing is most of the time I just kind of wing it. I, I mean, as far as like, okay, seriously, this shirt is like under 8 ounces. Give me a break. Come on. I know I can shove it in my more and sit it on it's like $3.50. But other things that I notice, it's not the product, like the actual item that is weighing over. It's the box.
Yeah.
And that, but I've noticed something between eBay and something between Pirate Ship. If you use Pirate Ship, it's another shipping platform that you can ship through. I do it for my Facebook sales. Like if I sell something in a Facebook group, I ship it through Pirate Ship. Anyways, I did notice something. They will go back and adjust the shipping for you. I mean, so either way, it's not like they're not going to get their money,
Yeah.
Like,
I have a question about Facebook. Do you guys, have y'all ever had any problems selling on there? I mean,
I haven't. I haven't done in like the groups like Kathleen has. I've only done the Facebook marketplace, but I refuse to, like, I'm one of those sellers that I'm not going to meet you in person. Like, it ain't happening. You want to buy it? I don't
no,
care.
you sketchy as hell. Stay home.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't care if you live, 5 miles away, you're going to pay the $4 to ship it. Plus it's cheaper now than gas. Okay. So
true.
Right now you can Uber that to him. The Uber's cheaper than freaking.
Right.
That
I'm like,
McLaren
I'm
local
not
crap
going.
is
Nope.
just as much shipping.
Yeah.
but what about like, you have to, every time you post an item, doesn't it show to all of your followers?
Oh, on Facebook, you can, there's a thing when you post in the marketplace, you can hit that little slider and it'll say hide from friends.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys do?
I only post in groups. I don't post on the marketplace. I started selling on Facebook Marketplace. When was it? Like right before the pandemic, I guess it was. Like I was actually cross-listing manually to Facebook Marketplace like before the pandemic, and I hit some sort of threshold on there, and it will never verify my identity. So now I'm stuck, and I'm talking, I have like 250 feedback and sold items on the marketplace itself, but I
just kept sending it. I kept sending it and sending it and sending it and sending it.
And I emailed.
And then I reached out to the help and I got it taken care of because it was only for the year. Like now, it doesn't matter what platform you sell on.
What can you like show me what you went into, like just screenshot or something on Facebook where I can go through the same sort of help? Because I did the whole go to your last order bull crap and all that and reach out. I did that and it has been a pain. Like I'm not in a holding pattern. I've been this way for like a year and a half at least for marketplace. Like I can sell the crap out of stuff on groups, but on marketplace is a no-go because of that. And that is such a pain because I was selling at least 2 or 3 items a day on marketplace. I mean, the views are there.
Yeah.
And
I don't sell that much. I mean, I sell okay. Like actually I was surprised this week I've sold 2 on marketplace, which it's been kind of slow for me. But yeah, I'll send you a screenshot on the Discord showing you where I went to. I don't remember where it was. I'll have to go look.
I'm like stuck in that holding pattern. It's driving me bonkers. I mean, as another outlet to
And when you sell to groups, how does that work? I mean, I see like local groups on mine, but what kind of groups do you sell to?
Molly's retarded. That's my tiny doggo. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the first one I have, and it's Cabby Resale. It's like CABI Resale, and it is one of the groups that I'm in. This group is kind of a tight ass about things because they have a certain format they want you to post in, I guess you could say. Like you have to put, new without tag, cinch, skinny jeans. You have to put the style name because these women, Cabby, Cabby has a huge cult following, like a huge cult following of women that look for this brand and look for, because it's capsule wardrobe kind of items, and the quality is insane.
What group is this?
Cabby Resale is CABI, Chrissy. CABI Resale.
I'm like, I gotta go check this out.
Yeah, like these items, I'm talking, okay, pants and jeans are like around $125 outlet price. That's the outlet price. How insane is that, right?
What?
Yes, this lady is selling a size 18 pair of the Cinch skinny jeans. Cinch skinnies came out about a year and a half ago, a collection about a year and a half ago. She's selling them for $50. And the women pay this stuff. Like if it's a top that is like kind of trendy or something, like a lot, if it's something that has been released within the last 2 years, because the trunk show Cabby, the home show Cabby crap is selling their spring stuff right now, but the outlet store for Cabby is selling spring 2021. But there's a thing that the whole, what's it called, supply chain issue has happened, and some of the containers that were on cargo ships coming over from Vietnam were gimped up, and the outlet store has a handful of the new stuff. Like they have a handful of these. There's this, okay, sorry y'all, for real, it's like this green top with flowers all over, and it looks like the 70s threw up on it, and it's got like a mom ruffle that's like right here under your, yeah, it's not super flattering, but it's like,
I have never heard of this brand at all.
Yeah, it's, girl, it stands for like Carol Anderson by invitation, and they tried to make it like exclusive.
That's
and
weird.
It's a company, okay, it's a company out of California, and oh my gosh, like they treat their hostesses, these poor girls, they call them stylists. I'm sorry, stylists. It's not a great company to work for. I mean, and I say that from experience because I am currently an outlet employee, like a very, very, very part-time outlet.
Oh, well, that's how you know. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I kind of fell into it because my daughter works there. Like she
Right.
works there full time, and around Christmas, her boss was like, they didn't have nobody that wanted to work. They had people they interviewed, people they hired on, they never showed up, and it was Christmas rush, and she was losing her mind. So I helped out a few times. And now I like work there like 3 days a month. But anyway, see, there's not, there's a t-shirt called the Serenity Tee. Do you see this purple t-shirt?
Yeah.
She's asking $45 for it. It's been worn. It's a size small, you guys. $45 for this shirt.
That's just insane.
Better do my dishes for $45, Chrissy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Better come made in the package. and that is what it goes for used.
That's
like
insane.
like buying that shirt in the outlet store is $85. That's without a promotion. Like normally we have a promotion going on. So I told y'all it's crazy. They have a cult following. It's bonkers. Anyways, that's one of the groups. There's also, I don't know if you know about this one. I stumbled across it a couple of weeks ago because I see you. I stumbled across this group a couple of weeks ago because me and a couple of our local, kind of localish resellers get together, and we go. Bri calls it Wild Bins Wednesday. We go to the Goodwill bins over in the.
I love the bins. I love the bins. I love the bins. Love the bins.
And we go and shop together over there. But yes, Renee, you okay?
Hola.
She's here. She made it.
She made it.
I know. I want to see the baby. Forget you, Renee. We want to see the baby. No, I'm just kidding.
But they call it. There's a group of guys that shops there, and typically in the past couple of weeks, we've only seen one or two of them, and we call them the T-shirt gang.
Right.
And okay, well, I mean, we've gotten to talk to a couple of them to get to know them, kind of, figure out what their angle is. And we basically told them, we're like, look, you guys, we are not the same. I'm not looking for some ripped up holy shirt from 1992 and trying to sell it to some sucker for $150. So just, go on living your best life, Jesus, okay? Just go on. And what's funny is we went to shop the other day, and I asked one of the guys, I was like, who told somebody? That's what I posted on Instagram about. I was like, who did it? Who told somebody about our bins? Why are all these people here? Why aren't there any baskets left? I was like, these people need to go home. Somebody pull a fire alarm. What's going on? But Jesus was like, some lady came in here and was recording it and put it on her Instagram with the address and everything. Oh my gosh, these poor guys were losing their minds about it, because this has been like their honey hole for a
Wow.
while, right?
No.
But they belong to a group. It's got almost 60,000 members on Facebook, and it's called
Wow.
Vintage T-Shirts and Retro Clothing Buy Sell Community. I don't know if you use. There we go. See, that is the group they're in. Girl, there are people in this group buying shirts from like when we were like 8 years old, with Space Jam Looney Tunes on it, and kids in this group are buying it for like $100.
All right, isn't that crazy? It's like, I own those shirts. I know I played in the, like
Got the
I have a
whole, like,
picture of me and I have a picture of being like Bart Simpson, back when the Simpsons first came out and everybody was wearing the clothes. And I'm like, if I only have that shirt right now, I'd probably be a freaking millionaire. Because
My
I'm
husband and I were
Oh,
laughing.
yeah.
He asked me every few days because it's listed, but I haven't taken an offer on it yet. And I have, and it's not even the 90s, girl. I have one of the Kurt Cobain shirts from like 2004.
oh, nice.
Oh, girl, it's got some pinhole. It's old, it's worn, it's loved.
Right.
And I mean, I've got it priced high because I haven't been able to find anything but one other one like it. So, I mean, price it up, and yeah, my husband keeps messing with me, asking me, did you sell it for like $400,000 yet?
I'm not gonna lie, when I heard, I know it sounds like horribly bad, and I'm like saying, don't necessarily do it, but like I love going through like Instagram and all the things and finding out who died. And I know that sounds horrible, but when the people die, it's like the stuff just skyrockets. It's like, oh yeah, so and so died today, and you're like, oh, do I have that? Because like I remember I was going through the bins one day, and I just found out that the lead singer of Linkin Park had died, and I had came across one of their concert T-shirts, and I'm like, oh, my mom's like, you realize that's not vintage? I'm like, you realize he's dead, right? I'm like, this is a $60 T-shirt now. She goes, what? I'm like, yeah, he's dead. He can't get it no more, Mom. She's like, you were insane. I'm like, what? That's what happens when they die. Moolah.
That's what my husband would say. He would be like, it's like, go price it up, put some keywords in there.
Go price it up. Fish the morgues. There you go. Right. I'm like a stalker of the morgues. I'm like, okay, who died today?
Well,
I'm older than you guys, so if only I had saved like a lot of my older like concert tees and just
you would be in the
clothing
money.
And stuff. Would. I'm talking
I still have a few that I'm keeping, but like, and I'm a big Springsteen fan, and so I have a whole collection of his stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But I have a whole.
You're sitting on retirement, girl.
Yeah.
But I had a whole bunch of like mostly T-shirts and jerseys and stuff, that some of which I'd gotten from my high school sweetheart, who was the king of the Springsteen fans back then, still is, I think. And so a couple years ago I sent him a bunch of mine, because he's been doing like buying reselling for decades, especially with entertainment memorabilia and things like that. And so I sent him a whole box of the ones that I was sure I'd never wear again. And just like send it to him, like, here, wear them, sell them, whatever. I don't think that ever fit him, but
wow,
they're just sitting here. And now, of course, that I'm doing this, I'm like, why the didn't I keep them?
Right?
Because if I, I always put things on my list of I'll do this
You up?
someday and I never do. Why did I actually send him the box instead of just keeping it on a list of stuff to do?
Yeah,
So,
should have kept it. You would be a millionaire now. No.
I
It
know.
was like the other
Well,
day when at the bins, this little girl came up and talked to me about my dog because I take my service dog with me, Molly, who's obviously a 7-pound pain in my ass. Yeah. But but this little girl came up, was talking to me, and this little girl looked like she was like 13, 14 years old. She was wearing a New Kids on the Block sweatshirt. I kid you not. Like, and I'm looking at her, and it's like I'm pretty sure I had the sweatshirt like in the 5th grade, like with the matching lunchbox. And I'm talking to her, and I can't like compute a word that she's saying to me hardly because I just can't stop looking at her shirt. And
You're
I
like,
wanted
where
to
did
ask
you
her
get
so
that?
badly.
How do you know who New Kids on the Block are?
I know, right? I was like, did you Google them or something? Like, do you even know who they are? Like,
Do you know any of their songs?
when you
Name
bust out in
one
person.
and I'll give you $5. No, just kidding.
When you guys are on all these other sites, do you have to share and do all that stuff on those?
No, you
Oh.
don't. That's why they're great, Mary, honestly, is because you can literally actually all of them is a pretty much a set it and forget it. I mean, except when I'm like and I don't know if Kathleen does it, but when I revamp mine after 60 days or 90 days, then that's when I redo like I'll do them throughout all the sites. But other than that,
When
I just
Chrissy posts in the group and she's like, "Hey guys, I'm redoing listings," I'm like, "Oh yeah, maybe I should do that."
yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Do you redo?
forever to the end of time.
Do you just redo them on the Vendu or whatever?
Yeah, I just hit delist. It's one button up towards the top, and then once I hit delist, and then soon as it like goes down and it goes and it delists them all, and then I just click on each one like I was showing you, and I then go okay eBay, and then I just hit relist. Unless I want to add something to it or change the pictures around or something, then I'll do that. But 9 times out of 10, I'm just hitting relist, and then I'm on to the next one. So
okay,
that's why I like it. I know with List Perfectly, it's actually you take the listings and it opens up each individual window. That's why I didn't like it too, because I like it just being, because while eBay's listing, I can then be working on Poshmarts, and then they're all listing because they're all right there. It's not each individual window.
But
Go ahead.
I don't know what they fixed and looks perfectly because I can go between the tabs and work on stuff without it resetting.
Oh, you can now?
I just noticed that the other day.
Like, they must have just fixed that.
Something.
Yeah,
Like I was
because
like, oh crap. And I went back.
You literally, it would take, like I would open, like here's why I switched to, Mary, and I have a bigger closet than I think everybody.
She's got like 497 million items, and then she's got like a massive mountain of a money pile. Like if anybody's sitting on the retirement, it's Chrissy. Like seriously, she's gonna have to recruit us to help her one day.
Yeah, I've actually put a halt on shopping right now, but anyways, that's a whole different story. So we I go through and I list the reason why I started doing it in 90 days. That's only if I like basically on the weekends I try and spend a lot of time with the family, so I'll relist on the weekends. So one of the main reasons why I went to Vendu was because I can have 4,000 drafts drafted, and I can just sit through and go through each one. And like I said, I can hit list on eBay, then I can go to the next one, and I don't accidentally, unless I accidentally click the whole Vendu window to close it, I'm not accidentally going to close it while it's doing its thing, which I would have like 7 or 8 windows open, and they would all be the List Perfectly, and it only goes as fast as your internet goes. So if you have 6 windows open and your internet slows down, then you can only do that one, and then you might be waiting for the other one to upload while you're clicking on the next one. And that was why I didn't like it, but that could change now.
Well, my techie husband is like, we would have a tower in our backyard if he could, like literally just put the fiber in the coil. Right.
Well, the next
I
time I
mean,
need to buy a new router, I'll just call you. I'll be like, hey, Kathleen,
for
what does
real,
your
I
husband
probably
say?
have one in a drawer somewhere, like recent, no kidding. He's like, and they're like lining up his desktops the other day because well, he's gonna rebuild one of them for Aldi's daughter, and I'm like, yeah, I don't
You're like,
want.
just give her
Well,
one.
we have people like that come to our house like to repair something, and yeah, like one of the guys cracked me up because he was like, y'all look like y'all can hack the Pentagon in here. Like
Oh my gosh.
he's looking at my husband's setup in the living room, and he's just like, y'all seriously, y'all doing some. Yeah, and I'm like, he's the technology director. It's okay. He's got to be able to log in and remote in and fix people's problems because people are stupid. So
People are stupid.
Can I ask you
no,
guys
like some kid literally plugged like and I took one cord from this side of the wall on the Ethernet and plugged it into another. Yeah, and the teacher couldn't figure that out. It was great. My husband spent 3 days on that. He was
nice.
because he has to fix it.
Go ahead, Mary. Ask your question.
Go ahead, Mary. What's up?
I was going to ask some more Posh questions. Like I was talking with a lady that she kind of mentors people, and she helped me quite a bit. But after I talked to you, I was like really deflated because you said I didn't have any of the right keywords in my titles, and she had given me an exact like way to list it. And so now I'm trying to put in those keywords. And I guess what is the difference between keywords and the words in the style tags or the bubble words?
Okay, so the style tags are the ones that are actually the 3, you know, when you're filling out the columns, those are those 3. Those are considered the style words. So you can only use the ones that Poshmark has as style tags. You can go off that, but you don't really want to, because
but like if you're using athletic or comfy, you can use that as a keyword as well.
Yes, you can use that in your description as well, but it's just the bubble words are the ones, they're brands and they're stuff that people can follow specifically. So if you click on that, here, let me show you.
I found them the other day.
If you
like
actually were, okay. Is this one of mine? No, that's not one of mine. I don't know if she's got any style tags. So I don't want to click on that one. Okay. So like and keywords you want in your words. A lot of people call the style tags keyword and a style tags because that's about the set craft it. So this is a brand on Poshmark. If you follow that brand, so that's why when we were telling you about the branding, because if you don't use the Poshmark brand, it's not as likely going to be seen. Now, if I'm crafted stuff with that title. Now, same style tags, same thing with the categories. It's writing as a style tag, but also as a keyword, I've got groom. So too. Also just going to do is just make it so but that's what on the do. This is like a real generic search, right? That brand cabbie. If I just want to scroll, just typed in Nike just because I'm lazy. I'm not gonna on Poshmark. Like Nike is the most selling thing on Poshmark.
Oh wow.
These are the bubble words. So these words, they're looking for Nike and they're looking for shoes. They're looking for blazers. Now this day, these same words aren't going to be there tomorrow.
Okay, do you think they're like
different?
put like that by how popular they are in the search?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
I that's what I think it is as of that day, because so I don't know about anybody else, but I've become like way obsessed with learning how to do a lot of this stuff. So I've been listening to tons of different podcasts, all kinds of different things. And one of the things I learned today, which I thought was insane and I had to share, was that the average person spends 25 minutes a day on Poshmark throughout the app, 25 minutes a day, period, on the app. Then the average person is opening the app 7 to 9 times throughout the whole entire day. That's the average. And it is actually the same. And okay, so this is a little old, you guys. It's not like brand new information. It's like maybe 2 years old. And Poshmark was right at the same clicks per open as Facebook.
Oh,
So
wow.
that kind of gives you an idea. So that's why the sharing is so important. That's why the listing new stuff is so important. That's why the following is so important. You have people, I know someone that'll tell you descriptions. It's all about descriptions. It's really not all about descriptions. You just have to hit those 100 words and that's it.
Okay, and that's part of the algorithm?
That's part of the new algorithm. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they literally
kind
said.
of- Would you
But-
go over the algorithm? Because to me, when I figured out the algorithm is the title, the description. I'm
So
supposed to
it's
follow new postures.
everything. So what the algorithm basically hits upon is it's how many people you follow a day and how many percentage of that is new follower or new postures. And another reason why you want to follow the new postures is because those are the ones who are buying. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, old
Okay.
postures buy, but the new postures are really drawn to the site because they want to buy.
Give me
Okay.
a random
Oh.
number. How many do I need to follow a day? New
Okay, hold
postures.
on. Kate's got something to say.
Well, hold on. I just wanted to say is on top of that, those new people she's talking about, those fresh closets or whatever, if you go in and go to their followers and follow them, I know that sounds really weird, but those are all people who have been active and followed them in the app like within the last couple hours. So they're
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
see
that's
that
a
and
good
follow
idea.
you.
Okay, now where are we? I'm having a brain freeze here
Yeah, go ahead.
because hey everyone, this is Audrey.
Hey.
Hi, Audrey.
My mom's
Hi.
name is Audrey.
Oh, wonderful. Where are we finding the new postures?
So if you're on the app, if you
Mhm.
go onto your feed,
Okay.
if you look at Kate's right now, she's going to show you. See that little person up in the corner right there?
I'm on my phone. I need to switch so I can see a bigger screen.
So it right up in the upper corner next to the search bar, there's a little person with a little magnifying glass.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you click
okay.
on that,
Uh-huh.
and then it should be like the 5th one down. Okay, see how it says my city, my college, and then it says new people. You click on that
Wait a
one.
minute. Let me, you know what, I'm sorry. Let me pull it up on my larger screen.
Oh, okay.
And then on the very top of it, there's a little toggle that says fresh, I think it's fresh active.
Uh-huh.
And then is it fresh active? Am I right? Is it fresh active? Fresh,
Okay. let me
fresh
see.
closets, and then
Oh,
just
new
joined.
people. I see the new people.
Yeah, so click on that one.
Uh-huh.
And then you should, on the very top, it should be fresh closets and then new people. And then you just click on whichever one you want.
Uh-huh.
And then all those are all the new people that just joined. See
Which
how
one
they're
do we
all
want?
in blue?
I see fresh closet, and then I see something that says just joined.
Yeah, so click on just joined.
Mm-hmm.
And every single one of those literally just joined the app. Within,
Wow.
it could be within the last minute. Mostly it's minute, because if you literally pull it down, you'll see new ones. And you pull
How
it down,
many do
you'll see
you
new
do
ones.
at a time?
I'm sorry.
How many would you do at a time? Just
I do it throughout the day, and I'm not gonna lie, I cheat, and I'm not supposed to cheat, but I do cheat. But then I also share on top of that. So I have a closet VA. It's technically not allowed
Mm-hmm.
because it's a bot, but everybody uses them. And if someone tells you they don't use them, I kind of feel like they're lying, because there's no way of getting, I mean, you can do the 6,000 shares.
Don't,
Yeah,
but I should.
right. I mean, I've done it where I've done a lot of shares without it, but it's
I'm
easier.
laughing at Kate.
Yeah,
I mean cat.
I don't use them. Yeah. but yeah, so
I'm putting enough money into this business. I ain't trying to pay somebody $400 a month to go follow 87,000 people. If I'm bored in the car wash, I'll just go through and follow them
Yeah.
on my own.
and I do that too, but there's like days, life happens, and if you
Mhm.
set it and you just forget about it, like the one that I use is like a set it and forget it type of thing. Like you can literally set it so it shares during certain times of the day at certain parties.
Like, is it like something you do on, like you said, you set it, forget it, or is this an actual person service that you pay?
It's
Like a
technically
VA.
it's a VA. Yeah.
Okay.
It's called a VA, but it's basically a bot.
Well,
basically.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I just
For
saying.
technical terms, it's
Fancy.
a VA. Yeah. So it's on a different computer. Like I have two computers. One constantly runs that, and that was someone else
Oh my
that
God.
just did that. They're like, have that one. So I have one that just does that, and then I have my one that I actually work on. And then at
Okay.
night, at like
For
7.
everybody that is like a little bit older, like us, Chrissy, you know what that's called? Like the macros from back in the day where you would like do that in a game and set it overnight to like get your skill up. Is
Yep.
that what you're doing, Chrissy? You're doing
Pretty
it with Poshmark? Seriously. She's
Pretty
like
much.
applying some World of Warcraft, Ultimate
Pretty much.
Online stuff to Poshmark.
You know what? And I'm going to be honest with you, like all the big closets, if they tell you, oh no, I'm sitting there hand check. No, they're not. They're so full of it. They have the back work doing it. And a lot of them will be like, oh no, because it's frowned upon. And it's like, I understand why it's frowned upon, but at the same time, I don't understand it, because
Yeah.
you can put in as much time as you want, and
That-
but what they
That's
want.
like all I'm doing. That's
So,
like hours
if-
and hours and hours, and my
if you
family's
can
getting neglected.
Right. If you can, and see, that was my other thing, was I was spending so much time on it. Like now at 7 o'clock, I'll share. I actually do hand share still. I really do. And I really do hand follow people. And I still do that, but the majority of my time is done on the other computer. And if you can afford, there's two different ones that I know of that I've tried, and they both work really well. One, you have to have your desktop open and be on that screen. And that one is like $6 a month, and that's it. And then the one that I use that I have running on the other computer, the only reason why I like that one is because literally once you hit the follow button, and that's it. Like you can close that window, you can do other stuff. It doesn't have to stay open. As long as your desktop is open, it'll still run. That one is called Closet VA.
Are they
And that
are
was-
they just following, Chrissy? Like
Huh?
they're not sharing? They're
Oh
just
no, it
following?
follows and shares. And
Okay,
it sends offers.
D
And it
is
relists.
Somebody else's stuff and not yours.
No, I share. Okay, so on the average, I have it set right now to share 6,809 items. So at 12:30, it shares my closet, and my closet's 1,300, and then at 7 o'clock, it shares my closet again. The rest of the time, I'm actively sharing back everybody who shared me. So I'm hitting the active, activity. You know what? I'll just show you guys.
Oh, I'm asking because, this whole organization thing has come out, like about how some buyers are attracted to how organized your closet is. Doesn't that throw your organization off?
No,
that you've been
because there's
working
an
on?
actual, I'm going to show you. There's an opening. If it'll open. Okay, so this is it right here. So you can literally schedule it, and see right here, it says reverse share. You can hit randomize. So it'll randomly share whatever.
Okay, this
I
is
can
the
literally-
one because we need you to link
No,
this.
this one's this one's 25. This one's 25.
Okay, I was gonna say, because this
And
is
is
pretty
it-
complex.
Yeah, this
V,
one's 25. And
V
I love
is in
this one.
Victor, or D is in dog.
It's V as in
Closet.
Victor.
Okay.
And this
Closet
one's a
VA.
little bit more, yes, but I like this. Like I said, this one, if I literally wanted to share like this Nike page, all that I do is hit right here where it says from current
Nice.
page, and then I can say I want to share 250 from this,
Whoa.
and then I literally hit share or start, and now it's sharing, and that's it. I'm done, and now I can close this, and I can go about the rest of my day.
And this is the one you can use like while you're working at other tabs.
Yeah, So you
Not
can
the one
literally
that needs the
close,
extra desktop.
right. The other one you have to have this window completely open.
Okay.
This one you don't have to.
Awesome.
So, and then right here you have following. See, you can change your following amount,
Nice.
and then you can follow from the page 1,000, you know, fresh closets, and then just join. And you can see I've already followed today. Like these are all my people in quarantine that are waiting to be followed, because I've already uploaded all of this. So as long as my computer's open, it's going to bounce back and forth in between this. So I've already done, look, there's my numbers right there. So I've already shared 4,000 items today, and you're watching this go up because it's sharing right now. And I've already followed 5,166 people. I've sent 7 people. This is actually, I've actually sent more than this, but I've sent 7 people offers. So basically, as soon as someone likes an item, 5 minutes, I think I have it set at the 5-minute mark. After 5 minutes after they like it, let me see, offers to watchers. Yeah. So 5 minutes after they like it, they're getting an offer for 15% off right away with free shipping. And that's constant. That one's constantly running. So every time, so that's why if you guys ever like my party posts and then 15 minutes later you're getting an offer, that's why, is because this is automatically set up to do that. And here's the really cool thing about it too, besides that, is if I'm having a lazy day and I really don't want to relist or delist anything, I literally can go in here and set this for 60 days and then to 0 as my limit after. So 60 days plus is the limit. So anything that's 60 days or more, it's automatically going to share. And then all that I have to do is hit how many I want. So let's say today I want 12. And then I can raise my price by 15% if I want to, or 10% or 5%. I hit start, and it's literally going to go through every single one of my items that are 60 days over and delete. It's going to make a copy of them, and then it's going to relist them and delete the old one.
So do you have to re-import into Vendoo or
Yeah,
every
that's
time?
the
Or
only
does it
thing that
actually-
sucks with, no, when you cross list, unfortunately, when you're using like List Perfectly or Vendoo, you have to then copy and paste
Okay.
it into your
And then
thing.
number
That's
10.
the only thing that
Okay.
sucks. But honestly, if I'm selling it, if I sold it on Poshmark, all I have to do is hit sold, and it marks it as sold
Yeah.
anyways. So that's why I use that one. That's the one I recommend. I like that one better. I've used the other one. The other one's really good though, if you want to stock, and I know it sounds horrible, but if you want to stock somebody's closet, like if they're like, oh yeah, I make so much money, and they're bragging about how much money they make, you can actually, on that one, it actually pull
Me currently trying to find this chick on Clubhouse who was doing that yesterday.
Yeah, you literally can go in the back end basically and look and see how much the person has sold, and then know if they're legit or not. So that's why when I tell you, okay, someone I know, okay, if I tell you, yeah, that person is, I've done that on them, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that person knows what they're talking about, so I'm going to kind of listen to them because they're making sales.
Yeah.
Now my sales numbers, they don't look the same as everybody else's, but I sell a lot because I look at my inventory different than everybody else looks at their inventory, because I've had my inventory for so long that I bulk my stuff. And I've also either gotten it for free, or I think the most I've ever paid for anything was like 25 bucks. And that was something that I sold for $500 and it's gone. So like, I'm not even worried about that. But most of my stuff I either get for free or I spend the max $5. So I might be making $8 on
Oh
that
my
one item,
gosh.
but I'm selling 5 or 6 items in that one day.
Okay, is that why you do free shipping?
I do free shipping because I have noticed a difference that like when I shop, that's the one thing I look for is free shipping. So I bumped, and I know it sounds bad, but I actually, you're still gonna pay for shipping because I bumped it up. Like I bumped my price to include the free shipping, and I bump it up to cover my 15%. On some of my stuff, like if you notice, most of my stuff now is priced at $25
Okay.
and up. And I hit the $25 mark because I want that search. If you look on the left-hand side, there's that search that says 0 to 25, and then it says 25 to 50. So if you price your item at $25, you're automatically going to hit both of those thresholds if someone's listing oh, I only want to spend 25 bucks. Well, now you're going to be there. If someone says, oh, I want to spend 25 to 50, you're still going to be there. So I
Oh,
try and
okay.
price my items at 20. Most of my items are at $25 and then 50 or 100. I like try to stay within those two. So I'm hitting both of those targets.
Okay.
Some of my stuff isn't, I'm not gonna lie, but the majority of my stuff is $25.
I can't even
okay.
imagine how you get your, I can't even imagine how you get your stuff for free or just a few bucks. I mean, I'm selling stuff that people are asking me to sell in half with them, or like just from my own closet. So, and it,
So
some of it
I
costs a lot.
I literally, yeah, the bins, Goodwill, friends, family, Kate's nailing it. That's what I've done. I've gone to the bins. If you have a Goodwill bins in your area, I recommend checking it out. It's
Yeah,
all
I
by
don't
the
think I
town.
could.
Yeah, so
You can go online and say Goodwill bin, and it'll tell you.
yep,
'Cause
it'll tell you where it's at.
where it's at. There's one like an hour and a half from me
Okay,
in
And
two
then
different directions.
yeah,
okay.
And so I can go to either one. And then there was one that I saw, all the clothing were $2.
yeah.
And they
Oh,
actually
wow.
were hanging up,
Oh,
which I
that's Family
like.
Thrift. That's Family Thrift Outlet.
Oh, she knows.
This was
Family
actually
Thrift Outlet.
Goodwill.
And
Oh,
when
oh,
I see
Goodwill.
Instagram or like Poshers post on their Instagram, check out my haul, and I see those yellow bags, that's a Family Thrift Outlet bag right there. On Thursdays, they
Mhm.
start everything in the store for $2.
Yes, there's a
Then
place
it
in
goes
California that does that. I want to go
it goes
so
down a quarter
bad.
every single day after that. Wednesday,
Mhm.
they're open 8 to noon. Everything's a quarter on that, that window. And then from noon to 6, they reset the store for Thursday, $2. And you see, I mean, it's crazy.
Yes, California
And
has
this is
that.
the Goodwill.
No,
No,
that
that
one's
one-
called Family Thrift Outlet. I put it in the chat.
That
Oh,
one
okay,
is
family.
there's one in California that starts that way. It's like Tuesdays, I think $6, and then it goes down to $4, $2, and
Oh
then by
yeah,
Saturday
I'm
and
seeing a
Sunday it's
lot of
like
these places
50.
pop up.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, I need
Yeah.
to take a trip to California.
Our thrift stores are as expensive as Poshmark. It's
So what I recommend for you, Mary, is to look on like Facebook Marketplace, look on Craigslist in the free section. That's what I've done. You can also put up flyers, saying, hey, if you've got stuff to give away, don't get, contact me. Okay, so here's where I've gotten all my stuff. We used to do storage units. So we've gotten a lot of from there. I've done liquidation boxes. I do yard sales. But when I go to a yard sale, we love, like if you've watched any YouTubers or anything, they talk about it like a bundle. What we always do, my husband, if I'm in the mood, I'll negotiate, but I make my husband negotiate more. And I tell him like what I want to spend because he's a way better negotiator than I am. Especially if he's in the mood, I'll be like, okay, this is what I want to spend max. And he's like, hey, got you. And he usually gets it for like way cheaper for me. I'm like, yes, but we'll go and he'll be like, okay, so if I'm going to bundle a bunch of stuff together, can we do a price? Because a lot of the times what people do is if you like, I've gone in a couple times and been like, I want all your clothes. How much for all your clothes? And they've been like, I don't know, $60. And I'm like, how about 40? And it's all gone. And they're like, okay. And then I count out the pieces and I've spent like less than 25 cents a piece on the piece of
Oh
clothing.
my goodness.
Because
It's
what do
like
you
a flea market.
money
what do you do
talks.
with the stuff? What do you do with the stuff that you don't want or that's no good or
There's never anything I don't want. That's the biggest problem. Because I upcycle everything. So if it's got like a hole in it or if it's got like a bleach stain, I'll bleach dye it. If it's white and it's got stains on it, I'll dye it. If it's I just constantly am redoing this stuff no matter what. Or I throw together, if I can't and I'm like, okay, I just don't have any time, I'll throw together like a mystery box of, okay, this is upcycled, like, okay, jeans that are ripped or holes and I just don't feel like fixing them. I'll throw like a mystery box together and be like, okay, $25 or whatever,
I
Okay.
bought this pair of Johnson and Murphy shoes online, and when I got them, I think I paid like $12 for them. And when I got them, the heels were worn because they didn't show it.
Mhm.
And they were gonna let me send it back, but then I said, you know what? I'm just going to have the heel repaired. And I did. And I
Yeah.
end up making like about $50.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
There's
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had a pair of Vans. They were like these white checkered Vans. They were so messed up, and I was like, I'm gonna like, nobody's ever really dyed shoes. I dyed them. I like and my mom was like, those are the ugliest things I made, which I love it when my mom says stuff's ugly because I make good money. But that's besides the point. I sold them for like, I want to say $30-$40 because they were
Mhm.
unique. No one else was going to do them. And Vans literally can be thrown in the wash machine too. So to dye them was like super easy because you can wet them and just throw them in the wash machine. So
Mhm.
I do a lot
Right.
of that type of stuff. I have like a pile, it's like over that way, that's of all my stuff that I have to
Mhm.
fix. I have a
Yeah.
bag right here that I picked up just because it was a cool bag at the bins. And the only
Mhm.
thing
Oh,
that was
that's
messed
nice.
up was right here. It's a guest bag. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to redo the straps on this. I mean, this is a nice, big, huge
Mhm.
guest bag.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong but that one strap. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw some cool straps on
Grabbing
it.
crap like that. That's
Yeah.
all like, that was a dress that had holes in it, and the top was like a part of a denim piece, and I just put it together like that.
You
It
guys
was,
are,
yeah, as you can see, it's sitting over there being sad on.
That's a
y'all
nice
are
dress.
geniuses.
Yeah.
I would
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna convince my husband to like take pictures of me in this before I freaking list it. But it's a bed sheet that was strawberry
Oh,
shortcake.
That
oh
is
my
so
goodness.
cute.
That is
And I
really
took a
cute.
1970 sewing pattern and made it into like a skirt.
I
Oh my
love that.
goodness, you're talented.
So
Yeah, y'all are way out of my
I
league.
mean, I can
Yeah.
sew, but I don't have time.
See, that's my problem. So I decided I'm gonna start. I know it sounds horrible, but I'm gonna take advantage of senior citizens because
You gonna start your own sweatshop, girl?
I am. I'm gonna start my own sweatshop because senior citizens are always looking for stuff to do and they want to,
Mhm.
they go to like the sewing classes and stuff. So why not?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, go ahead, Heidi. I saw you like raising your hand.
Oh, no, I'm just rubbing my sore joint or whatever this is.
So that's how I'm gonna get around it. I'm like, I'm gonna hire me some retired old women that love to sew that don't have any fabric or patterns, and be like, hey, you want to sew this in your spare time for me?
Or someone that crochet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Because
crochet, but yeah, I'm gonna start getting older people to crochet for me too. I'm gonna be like, you want to crochet for me?
Do
Crochet
you
some
I
do
used to
this
blankets.
like,
crochet a long time ago. I picked it up, but I didn't keep up with it. So,
Yeah,
but
because
I
there's always people looking for something to do because they're
Mhm.
bored. So if you supply them
Yeah.
with the stuff, a lot of people
oh
will do it.
gosh. Do
Oh
Especially-
you
my
do this
goodness,
full time, Chrissy?
giving me an
I
idea
do.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my full-time job and being a mom and being a wife and
Mhm.
yeah.
Same here, but I just don't seem to have the time in the day because I have a special needs child and then an elderly dad. So it's really
Mhm.
hard. But it sounds like some of this stuff that you've given us can really, really take some of the intensive, mundane labor out of it.
That's why I
Mhm.
say when people are like, oh, I mean, you can't really say you can use the VAs or hire somebody, but it's like, if
I
you spend
made
the
a
$25,
list of
I
questions.
guarantee it's gonna help you. I mean, I know $25 seems like a lot because I was like, oh, I used to use the $6 one and I was like, okay, this really, really sucks. And I always convince my husband if I can convince my husband to do it, then it's worth the time. So I
No.
throw him and I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. And he's like, okay, why? And I had to explain to him why. And he's like, okay. And then once he saw the results, he's like, you can't go back. He's like, there's no way.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, yeah.
I mean, I literally made a list of questions to ask you, and that was like one of my questions is how do you share your closet, and how do you do it all if you've got a big closet, and how do you share to all the followers and the parties? And
That's truly how I do it. I'm not gonna lie, that's how I do it, and I know Poshmark knows people do it. They say it's not allowed, but they're not really it's not something that they're going to come down on really, because you're still making them money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they're going to
see-
put you in share jail if you hit that threshold. So you just kind of
Yeah.
stay under that threshold. You kind of stay under their radar and you're good.
And if
how
you're
do
a
you know what the
seller
threshold
that has a
is?
closet as big
6,000?
as Chrissy's, yeah.
Is it 4,000 or
making money.
6,000?
The threshold for the day I found out is 8,000 shares. Or I mean
Okay,
10,000 shares during the day, and then 8,000 at night is what they drop it down to. I stay at like 7,000. So I mean, I'm like so under their radar. It's, and the bots will tell you to stay, you don't want to go over, 6 if to be on the safe side. But I've noticed that I can go over with, to 7, because my closet's so much bigger that they're not like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on her. So I
Mhm.
started off at 6,000 and 6,000 and 5,000, I think it was what it was. I don't remember. The limit was set and I just left it. And then I would hand share, and I noticed, okay, I'm doing an extra 1,000 shares. I'm doing an extra 1,000 followers. I'm not getting hit. So I'm like, okay,
Okay.
cool. So that was how I did it.
What about parties? How important is it to attend parties, congratulate the host, and try and get a host pick and all that garbage?
Host picks, to me, I'm like anti-host pick because I've never sold any hostess picks. I mean,
Okay,
I've
me
gotten
either.
picked and I've never sold. I know Renee says she has, but I haven't. I don't know if Kat has. I haven't. And I've gotten picked multiple times on all kinds of different stuff. To me, it's just fill up my page with emojis and it drives me insane.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. A lot of those, Mary, are the comments for those are people that have it already copy and pasted into a note on their phone, and they're just pasting it into multiple comments on host picks. I think I've sold host picks, but only because I think I'm hitting at the right price point and like at a current trend, like it has to be that magical, I guess,
Well,
I'm
Yeah,
just
magic
spending-
sequence.
yeah,
I'm just spending those 2
Yeah.
hours every night doing this party, and it just is not getting me anywhere.
So I share throughout
work.
the day to the parties, but my main time is 12:30 Pacific Standard Time, because I'm on the Pacific Standard Time, because people are on lunch. So people are on lunch from like 12 to like 1:30 on, and that would cover all of the time zones pretty much. I mean, you might be off a little bit. You could probably go a little bit earlier, but most people are on around those times. And then I
Okay.
also share again. I make sure my whole closet gets shared again at 7, because everybody's on from like 7 to 10. So in between those times, I get I do the most of my activities with my own closet and other people's.
Okay, well, if I'm 2 hours behind, ahead of you right now, it's 5:18 here. So would I?
I
go
would-
with, like,
where are you located?
me, East Texas, Palestine.
Pa-
Tyler.
Did you say Palestine?
Yes.
I'm like 40 minutes from you.
Oh, there
Anyway,
you go.
Cool.
I mean, I just wanted to say, like, I was gonna say, because while Chrissy has a 7 p.m. party, for us it's 9
It's
to
9.
11.
That's
And
right. Yeah.
what's crazy is I between 9 and 10, I don't really like hit it hard, but after 10, like 10 to midnight, that is, and I think this is funny, but that is when like it's the drunken stage of like shopping has hit. So I mean, like for our time zone here in Texas, that's kind of like a perfect storm, I guess you could say.
Right.
Oh, wow.
My selling hours are typically between, like, a daily sale is great, but most of the stuff I sells between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m.
Oh,
Right, which
wow.
would be the 7 o'clock party then.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the 7 o'clock party,
I'm
right?
like,
8, 9, 10. Yeah, that would be the 7 o'clock
Yeah.
Posh party. So
Yeah.
yeah, so at your 10 o'clock hour would be when I would be sharing. Like I said, that's when I have my other whatever, the last party.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
during
thank you.
parties, what I do is I edit and drop prices, and it shows up like pretty quick. And I've made some sales doing that, editing my listings. Like if I'm going to drop a price on something or make an offer likers, I'll just go in there during the party and drop it, and it'll show up. So
Right.
it's actually,
And Chris-
that's done me pretty good.
And Chrissy, you said you sold several things a day.
So like yesterday I had like five.
I'm lucky if I have 5 a month.
Yeah, no, I sell, how many did I sell yesterday? Well, today I did one on Facebook. I sold on eBay. I sold on Poshmark. I sold 2 on Poshmark, or 3. I sold like 4 or 5 yesterday on Poshmark alone throughout
See,
the whole
I
day.
ended up just started tracking this month like that for my sales and listings, because Chrissy it kind of encouraged it early on. And I've noticed when I see the numbers, that really helps me and motivates me like to get going and listing. Like I haven't done anything today, but like in my room, I have a calendar.
Oh,
that
wow.
has-
Okay.
Yeah, and I put up their listed, sold, and where they sold at on there. So I know to keep, it helps keep track of it for me to see what platform is hitting that week. And I only started doing that like 2 weeks ago, because Chrissy said she said something about it. I can't remember. It was in the last, like in one of the Zooms that I came in with her and Renee, and they were talking about how they tracked something. But for me, oh, Chrissy, it was when you were talking about how many you listed a day, like
Oh, yeah.
how many you listed a day, and then you found out like the next day, like what popular platform of the day was, because we were talking about the whole Poshmark algorithm.
Yeah, that wonderful algorithm that changed. That's so wonderful now. Yeah.
The one that, hey, we're not in testing groups, okay? They said we're not in testing groups. We should
Yeah,
believe them.
that we are
totally.
in testing groups. Yes, that one. Yes.
Mm.
Fireside chat. Dumpster fire.
Oh, I have a question. If you do the Vendu and it lists all your stuff for you, like in the description, do you have to go out like to Depop or Mercury or whatever and take your Posh name out and stuff?
So I literally just copy and paste it in my Poshmark when I'm in that window, and that's it. So the rest of the time it's not in there. So just when I'm in my Poshmark window, that's when I put it in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you just add it in there.
Yeah, I just add it in there because I showed you, you do the very top. That's how I do it. I don't know if Kate's been doing that or not, but I'll list it like my standard formal thing goes across all of them. And then when I go to the Poshmark one, when I hit the description, that's why it's under my keywords. I go underneath and then I do that quick key, which is I think I have it as a slash and the C. And then it's the C because it's code, and then it drops the code in, and then I hit list.
And so yours isn't, you don't have a template that you fill out, like, and it posts it across all of the platforms? Because like mine, hold on.
I mean, I do, but mine's only a quick key. I use it as a quick key. So I have it as like mine's slash I, and then all that it does is populate all my stuff. So it puts in the brand. So it says brand ... and then the thing here.
Oh, so I was wondering, I was gonna say, because with mine in list perfectly, like in,
Yeah, I can do that too, but I have 4,000 saved, so I don't have it that way.
Oh,
Here's
will it
my
be more expensive for you to upload
so if I'm on the top, hold on,
working on it.
Okay.
There we go. Vendu form, right? When I go in, now it's uploading my picture. I don't want that. Okay, so when I'm in
There we
here,
go.
I have
Okay.
over 4,000 drafts. So I hit this for me.
Oh.
So then all I have to do then is hit my brand in. And then if you look and see, if you scroll down, I've got, I can delete whatever I want, but I've got my measurements. All I have to do is add them. I've got my thing. And then right here is where I put in my keywords. So when I go over to my Poshmark, so if I save this, that'll be in every single description.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It'll show it there. But then when I go into Poshmark, all that I have to do is there we go, now populated. And I'll go all the way down to my keywords, underneath my keywords, the slash and the C. And then now it's populated my Glam on a Budget code. And then I'll hit, all this stuff is already filled out. So now I hit list on Poshmark and boom,
Can you
done.
explain the slash and the C? I don't understand that
So
part.
if you see this one right here, this little like shortcut, it's called Text Blaze. I downloaded that so I could have my shortcuts. So I don't have to sit there and type in anything anymore on my computer or my phone. So like I was showing the phone one, so I have it to work. If I can get it to show. Welcome to Poshmark, the like /9, and then it populates for it. So you can use that any way you want to. I just used it. So mine /I and /C are my two main ones. Does that make sense, Mary? Okay.
I'm writing
Text Blade.
because I was just going
Yes.
to my notes.
Yeah.
and
Now, is that
copying.
a free app?
It is a free app. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be checking out Text Blade.
Yeah, I've been like trying to figure out shortcuts too, Heidi, for like ever. And I was like, okay, fine. Someone was like, oh, you do it on this on your phone. And I was like, cool, I figured it out on the phone. I'm like, I got to figure this out on the laptop. Like it has to be there.
Yeah.
So I finally found it and I was like, I love it. And it's just like life-saving. And so instead of it being, now
I
it's
used to
popped
use
up.
them a lot.
I just love
Years
it.
ago, I used to use them a lot for like totally different things. And then eventually after, getting different computers a couple times, never reset. I don't even remember how to do it or where to go. So this is
the
is a
best
great
part about it
reminder.
is that if you have a Chrome extension and once you download it to your next computer, you can see my example. That's what I put. So I can literally edit this if I want to and to have my stuff saved. And it saves so much time. Like because you're constantly hitting those same keys over and over and over and over. And you're just like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore.
You know what I've been doing? I have a sticky note on the side of my screen, like a virtual one, not a physical one, the sticky notes app. And I keep a bunch of text in there that I use a lot. And I just copy and paste it, which, is better than typing it from scratch, but it's still not as easy as just going, beep.
Exactly. So. I was doing that too. And I was like, I'm so done with this. Okay. So I need to fill out my little wheel. We've got a Poshmark. I just got to put everybody's name in here. And we will spin the wheel and I will let you guys go because my son got home and my husband is like, unless you guys have more questions.
So much. You're amazing.
Yes, you have. I didn't know Vendu can do all of that.
Yeah, it even keeps track of your your sales, which is why I like it because I can go in and go, okay, I've listed X amount compared to last month. Oh, I've listed more. Oh, I haven't. Not that I really keep track of that, but
now you on the unlimited. You doing unlimited?
No, I do. So what I did was there was a code at one time. I don't remember what the code was, but every month they do a code. So if you search, you can find the code. And then what I did was after I did that, I paid, it was like 50% off, I think. So then I did the 50% off and it was, so like the most expensive plan was like it was like $80 or something, or I think it was like 120.
Yeah.
It might've been. And I bought that. So I had the 4,000 listings and I downloaded all the listings before the month was up. And then I canceled my subscription because you get 5 free ones and they let you use all their functions and you can use all your drafts. So now I literally don't pay for the cross listing service at all. And then when I start to get low again, I'll then add a plan in or, another coupon and do it. So and they actually taught me that. So I was like, oh my God, everybody needs to know this. So I don't pay for listing service anymore because I get 5 free ones. So I add my 5 plus I have my 4,000 still. So I'm like, what do I need one for?
So wait, which service is this?
That's what the Vendu.
Okay.
I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah. So if you do, so that was why I did it. It was like, I think it was, I don't remember if it was 40% off or 25. To me, it didn't matter because I was going to be saving because I had 4,000 backup listings. And then also, let's say you have 2 of the same item and you list it, because they don't have a two quantity, you have to do one and then you do the other one. All you have to do is then email them and they'll actually give you that other one back. So if you have maybe 10 of the same item, you tell them, okay, I had 10 of the same item, I listed them, they'll give you the 9 of them back. So you then have your 9 drafts again.
Okay.
I thought that was really cool too. So I was like, you know what? And like I said, now I don't pay anything. So
Okay, but they let you keep your 4,000 in there as
yes,
well?
yes.
Get out.
I
Okay,
still
'cause
have my 4,000 from, God, I don't even know. It was like October because I've had
Okay,
so many.
and so, but then you just have those 5 that you get every month.
Yeah, so I just keep adding the 5 in there and I keep working off of my 4,000. And like I said, when I get low, then I'll add it back in.
I'm so glad you told me that.
Yeah, so that was how
Oh
I did
my
it because I
God.
was like, you know what, spending $80 at one time and getting 4,000 and then not having to spend anything else was like worth it because lists perfectly your plan. And I was like, I don't want to pay this anymore. So,
Yes, that
all
makes
right.
a lot of sense.
Anything else
Hey,
before we
Don't
spin
forget
the
to
wheel?
put me in there.
Oh, did I forget you, Heidi? I'm so sorry. I had your name written down and I forgot it. She's
No, I'm
like,
just
I want
intrigued
that
by what
money.
you're
Come on
using.
now.
I've used different ones and this one looks fun.
All right, you guys ready?
You're
Cool.
ready.
All right,
In
let's
the
see.
wheel.
I just got okay,
It
there we
says
go.
spin.
Start
Oh,
pinning
yeah.
on $10. So I don't know what it's doing.
Spinner.
Oh, it's
Oh, there it
Donnie.
is. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never tried this before, so we'll see if it works.
Oh, geez.
Oh, it wants me to add the extension. Seriously? Ugh. Play with this while you guys are talking.
Start now.
So I just signed up for Text Blaze.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to sign up for anything. I just want to.
I really need to create I want to hear about, or I don't want to ever see the emails. 'Cause-
Right? That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see the
Yeah.
emails. I just want. How about you guys pick a number? It's 4 of you. I don't know where Kate went. Where'd Kate go? Kate. That's why spin a wheel would have been so much better.
You can do 3, 4, and then go to pick a random number between 1 and 4. It's real quick to do that.
Okay, that works. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I thought the wheel would work, but it's not. So if you guys want to type in number, I'm gonna say actually we're gonna do 1
Okay.
through 8.
Okay. I'll take 6. Oh, okay. You put mine in the chat.
Mary, do you see your chat? Are you
I
still
thought
there?
I got it. Did you get it?
I don't see it. Does anybody see?
I see mine. Oh, Mary, you sent it to me as a direct message. It looks like it's 5.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
it's 5. Okay.
So
I
I
don't know where
did
Kate went.
3. I did 5.
Kate.
Okay.
I don't know where she went.
You can, you know what you can
Oh, I
do?
think mine's went to.
Just
Let me change mine to.
in Google, type random number generator, and it'll bring up a thing at the top, and you can just leave 1 as the minimum and 4 as the max, make 4 the max, and just say generate, and like do us in alphabetical order. So it's like Audrey's 1, Heidi's 2, Kat's 3, Mary's 4.
I'm like, I'm trying. I'm like, if not, I'll leave
Oh,
mine.
okay.
I'm like, my computer just is not wanting to work now. Good thing.
There she is.
Oh, there she is. Okay, Kate, pick a number between 1 and 8 to try and win the $10
I'm 6.
Posh one. Can't pick 6.
4.
5 and 6 are taken. Okay.
4. Okay, so my number was number 7. So it is going to Andrea, but she was closest.
Yay.
So she got the $10. So I just need your closet name, Andrea. I don't know if you put it in the chat, did you?
You mean Audrey?
Audrey, yeah, sorry.
I was like, we got an Andrea? Oh yeah. I'm Audrey's Fabulous.
Audrey Fabulous.
Yes.
okay. Thank you, Christy. I've got to run. I've got company.
You are very welcome. You guys have a great rest of your day, okay?
You
Thank you.
too.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
for
too.
all the
Thank you.
wonderful information.
You are very welcome. You guys have a great rest of your weekend,
As
okay?
always. And I sent you that question about one of hosting tomorrow.
Yes. So all that you do is pick 30 to 50 jeans that you want to be the hostess pick. And as soon as you share them, it'll go into the hostess part. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
To the host
Yeah. So
picks,
we don't really
whatever.
have to meet or anything like that, right?
No, it's just into that 9 a.m. party. And then you can leave a little comment if you want to, like, oh, I picked you as a hostess pick. Jeans are wonderful, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I still have to come up with what I'm going to say if I'm going to.
Yeah.
You
Follow
guys
me and
might
buy
not,
my
they might not
stuff.
get anything. It just might be a share.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
So that is it. Anything else?
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
You
Have a
guys are
good
welcome.
one.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.